fit and fine. Today we will be discussing about the doubts that some of you have informed me. I told you that as our revision is totally done, the revision test you have already gone through. I'm not sure whether today you are going to get any worksheet or today we will be discussing the important questions in the live class only, because the same questions are being repeated in different ways in the worksheet, because all the important questions we got a long time. So the important portions, also the I will not say unimportant or not so important, everything has been discussed very in a very detailed manner. So I'm not sure whether today you are going to get any more worksheet or not. Till now I have decided that no, today we will be discussing things only in the live class, but please check it once. If I change my decision, I can provide a short worksheet. Okay, so check it once. Alright, so some of you, actually very few students informed me about a few doubts only. So I will be discussing those portions in this particular video. And somehow both the doubts are from the same chapter, that is the poem Eve by Rudyard Kipling. At first, from page number 165, the stanza, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. So what is the meaning of this particular stanza, or what does the poet want to convey? You need to remember one certain thing all the time while you are reading this poem, that this is actually a paternal advice to a son by Rudyard Kipling. About what? Rudyard Kipling is advising his son how to be a successful man in life, and above all how to be a complete and appropriate human being in life who can influence others. Okay, who is walking in the right track. That is the most important thing, to be a mature and good human being. And this stanza also provides one of the rules listed in this particular poem, which we need to follow to be such a man. So what do we need to do according to this particular stanza? If you can make one heap of all your winnings, obviously throughout our whole life we do lot of we give a lot of effort to achieve so many things, to achieve success, right? We struggle a lot. Success doesn't come easily in 99% cases. We need to struggle, we need to put effort, very much effort actually. That is why success is so much sweet. Success is so much important for us, because we do not gain that easily. So we make a heap, we gather success throughout our own life, but at some point you will find that you need to take a big risk, after which you can, if you become successful, okay, after taking that risk, if you become successful, you can reach to a higher level, but by chance, as it is a risk, there is a chance to meet the failure, so there also you can lose everything. So both the chances are there that you can reach a higher level or you can lose everything. But according to Rudyard Kipling, in our life we should have that courage, we should have the mental strength or that much strength to take that risk. It's like a game of pitch and toss, where we can lose so many things, at the same time we can gain so many things. But for that thing we need to take a risk. Otherwise, how will we reach a higher level? How will you take the chance to reach a higher level? At least there is a chance. Okay, but when you are gaining everything, that is okay. That okay, I tried, I took the risk and I reached a higher level. But if the other case takes place, means what? If you meet failure after taking that risk, if the risk if taking the risk turns into a negative way, you need not to be upset so much that your actions, you need to shut down all your actions. No, maybe after taking the risk, what happens? You lose all the things, all the achievements that you have gathered throughout your life. Obviously they were valuable for you, they were so much important for you, but you have lost everything. Does that mean that you will forget everything? You will forget to do the common things, you will forget to do your own actions, you will forget your dream, how to achieve that dream? No, you need to gather yourself. You need to stop being upset, or you need to stop crying over those lost things. Rather, you need to start to rebuild all those things. See, and never breathe a word about your loss. So you should not cry over your loss. You just need to rebuild all those things from the very beginning. From zero again, you will go to that top level. Okay. And another doubt was, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew meaning provided in your book, a strong band of tissue that joins a muscle to a bone. In this particular poem, which is more important for you, the particular word sinew, it has been used as a word that refers to the source of energy, strength and power. So if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone. Who are these they? The pronoun they refers to this heart and nerve and sinew, and all together these three, they are indicating the physical force, the power of body. Okay, all of them together, they indicate the power of body. They stand for the power of body. Okay, bodily strength, physical strength. So the pronoun they in the second line of this stanza, it is actually referring to these three things. And so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will with a capital W, which says to them, hold on. So what does the poet want to mean? That we have physical power, we have mental power. But when we reach our old age, what happens? This physical power, this gets decayed. We do not possess as much as physical power in the old age. The much physical power in our old age, like now we possess, right? This is natural process. But what happens? At that time also, if you need your physical power, if you need the support of these three things like heart and nerve and sinew, what will you do? They will not cooperate with you just because you have become old or you have become ill and they are getting decayed. No, you need to tell them that you need to force them to cooperate. How? To serve your turn long after they are gone. They are gone means what? During old age or while illness, they are getting decayed. But they need to serve you. They need to cooperate with you because you need them throughout your whole life. But how to get them back when they are getting decayed? And so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them. Again the word them, the pronoun them is referring to these three things, heart, nerve and sinew. How to get them back, how to force them or how to welcome them to help us, to cooperate with us during our old age or illness. There is another thing within us, that is willpower, determination, mental strength that cannot be decayed with old age or anything. Okay, that is under your control. If you want something that creates the willpower, if you are determined, it means your willpower is strong. Okay, doesn't matter at which age you are now. Okay, doesn't matter at all. So your willpower, only your willpower can force them to stay. Your willpower, your determination means your mental strength will tell them. Them means heart nerve and sinew. These three things, they indicate the physical power, physical strength. The mental strength, the willpower will tell them, will force them to hold on, cooperate with us. Hold on means what? Don't go away. Stay here anyhow and cooperate with us to lead our life successfully. Okay, that was all. I didn't receive any other doubt from you, any query from you. If you are having any query, do ask me in the live class. Maybe in the next live class we will be discussing, but don't take that risk. Just ask me today. Okay, read well. Bye bye for now. We are going to meet in the live class.